The cryptic tape that exposed a killer. The creepiest missing person case you've never heard of. It started with a yard sale in a quiet Ohio suburb. Nothing unusual. A man buys a box of dusty VHS tapes for $2. He takes them home, presses play, and what he sees reopens a decades-old mystery. A shaky video, a trembling confession, and a whisper that says they're all under the house. Tonight, we're going deep into one of the creepiest missing person cases you've never heard of. Stick around until the end, because what you're about to hear doesn't just reveal a killer. It exposes something that might still be recording, even now. March 2021. A 32-year-old video editor named Evan Pierce visits a local estate sale in Ravens Hollow, Ohio. He's looking for old film gear for his YouTube restoration channel. On a dusty table, he spots a cardboard box marked free tapes. Inside, random old movies, a few home recordings, and one unmarked cassette labeled in shaky handwriting. Play Me Alone, 1997. That night, he does exactly that. He inserts the tape into his VCR, and what plays is not a movie. A dim basement, concrete walls, a single swaying light bulb, and a voice, trembling, quiet, human. "I'm sorry for what I've done. I didn't want to, but it wouldn't stop." Then, a woman's faint scream. The man steps in a frame. His face is gone, eyes hollow. And before the tape cuts to static, he whispers, "They're all under the house." Evan takes the tape to the police. At first, they laugh. They've seen fake confessions before. But when the footage is analyzed, everything changes. Voice analysis confirms a match. Martin Keller, a local carpenter who died in 2001. Keller was quiet, polite, and possibly lethal. Between 1995 and 1998, 3 women had vanished within 10 miles of his home. Rachel Summers, 19, disappeared after a late diner shift. Tamara Green, 23, last seen walking from the bus stop. Emily Ross, 21, vanished while jogging along the river trail. Their cases went cold, until now. And in one night, a forgotten VHS tape gives those families something they'd never had before, a lead. Narrator. Police reopen the investigation and obtain a warrant for Keller's old property on Miller Road, a home that's been sold and remodeled twice since his death. Ground-penetrating radar shows something beneath the foundation. When they dig, they find 3 bodies wrapped in plastic and buried in a row. All 3 victims, the missing women from the 1990s. Dental records confirm it. And beside them, buried in the dirt, a small wooden box with nails sealing it shut. Inside, another VHS tape, labeled Tape 2, Don't Dig Anymore. Narrator. When detectives play the second tape, they expect a confession. Instead, the footage begins with shaky breathing and low static. Keller's voice returns. "You shouldn't have come back." But then, another voice, deeper, distorted, whispers from behind the camera. "Keep filming." Keller turns toward the lens, terrified. "Stop it. You said it was over." Then a crash, a strange mechanical humming, and the tape cuts to static. The investigation changes course. Someone else was there, someone who might have been controlling him. Narrator. Investigators review the first tape again, frame by frame, and that's when they see it, in a reflection of a broken mirror behind Keller. Stand a figure in a black raincoat, motionless, watching, meaning Keller wasn't filming his confession. He was being filmed, and the real question becomes, who is holding the camera? Neighbors recall late-night hammering, the hum of a generator, and a faint odor of gasoline from Keller's house. But no one ever saw the cameraman, and if he, or it, still exists, he's never been identified. Narrator. While going through estate records, Evan Pierce finds something odd. The box of tapes he bought came from the same house. The new owner? His late aunt, Linda Pierce, missing since 2020. Police search her old home again, and under the basement floor, they uncover a fourth body. Linda's. Dental records confirm it. Wrapped the same way as the others. Buried under concrete Keller never poured. Evan is shaken. He begins watching the tapes over and over, looking for clues. Then he notices something he missed. At the end of the first tape, right after Keller says they're all under the house, there's a faint whisper buried in the static. Forensic audio enhances it, and the voice, Keller's voice, says, "You'll finish it, Evan." Narrator. Experts confirm the whisper is real. Keller's voice pattern matches perfectly, but he's been dead for 2 decades. Even stranger, Evan's fingerprints are found under the dirt on tape 2, as if he touched it before it was buried. He insists he never did. In a recorded interview, Evan says something chilling. "Sometimes I dream I'm filming in that basement. When I wake up, I can still hear the hum." 6 months later, Evan Pierce disappears. His car is found abandoned near Miller Road, less than a mile from Keller's property. Inside, a camcorder, still recording. The footage shows Evan walking through a dark forest, flashlight trembling. "I think I found where he filmed the last tape," he says. He pans down to the ground. A half-buried VHS cassette. The label reads, "Tape 3 ending." Then the camera drops. The last thing visible, a pair of black-gloved hands reaching from the shadows. Evan Pierce has never been found. Narrator, slower, quieter tone. Police claim they recovered tape 3. They've never released what's on it. They only said it was too disturbing for public viewing. Some believe Keller was a killer haunted by guilt. Others believe he was a victim himself, forced by whoever stood behind that camera. And then there are those who think it's something darker, something that uses the tapes to find new victims. Because even today, residents of Ravens Hollow claim that every few years, another VHS tape appears in someone's mailbox. No return address, just the words, "Keep filming." So what do you think? Was Martin Keller the real killer, or just a pawn? And who, or what, was really behind the camera? Let me know what you believe in the comments. Because one thing's certain, someone out there is still pressing record.